All right. Good morning, everyone from the Pacific Northwest. This is Nancy Rebecca with Intuitive Mind, and these are my Thursday morning talks. I think I'm on 3 years of doing talks every Thursday morning. It is 7 a.m. here in Tacoma, Washington. So come on in and pop on. Let me know where you are checking in from, because I know that we have people checking in from other countries as well. I'm having my coffee this morning, but I'm really trying to push a lot of water because we're having so many rapid frequency changes that our bodies just are trying to really integrate all of those changes, and having water really helps with that. So I'm just waiting for people to find me, since this is a live call on Facebook as well as on YouTube. So good morning, Jennifer. Happy Thursday to you too. So we have Javante's in from Arizona. I haven't ever heard of chlorophyll water. Jennifer, good morning from Seattle. And yeah, we'll just kind of, hi, Martha and Rebecca and Eric. Wow, lots of people chiming in from YouTube. Hi, Rochelle. Nice to see you on YouTube as well. It's actually surprising to me because last year we maybe had, at the same time, we maybe had one, two, maybe, yeah, maybe three people from YouTube. And now seems like there really is a rise in interest coming in on live through YouTube. So I'm quite excited about that. Yeah, so good morning, Jackie, and hi, Nancy, and hi, Jasmine. Hello, Don. We are about ready to have a really hot weekend, and we are not used to that here in the Pacific Northwest. We're so not used to it that most people don't even have air conditioning. And so this weekend we're supposed to get up in the 90s. So I'm super excited, actually. So today, what am I talking about? What is your money frequency? What is your money frequency? So that's what we're going to be going through today. You might want to grab a pen or pencil and a piece of paper so you can kind of start to write down things that come up for you around money. Now, a few weeks ago in the frequency forecast for May, the spirit world really wanted me to talk about money. I didn't want to talk about money. And right away, I made this leap into, um, I don't know anything about money. I can't make financial predictions. I can't talk about banking. I can't talk about the stock market. So you can really, it was glaring in my face about my reluctance to talk about money. And so then, as I shared with some of you, that in the background, I started hearing that money, 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 money song. The spirit world just cranked it up and said, we really need to be talking about a money frequency, and each of you need to start identifying what your money frequency is. So I'm going to make it really simple today, as hopefully I always do. So we're going to make it simple about a money frequency and how do we get to that really pure, clean, clear flow of money. All right. So the difference, I'm going to talk about the difference between the frequency of money and the frequency of abundance, because we are often asking for abundance. But if we get an abundance of flowers and we still have an empty bank account, we're not so thrilled about abundance. And I'll just talk about, over the next 10 years, humanity is going to move into a higher frequency to be able to bring through that clean, clear movement of financial flow. So, can you just post in the comments section, like, what comes up for you when you think about money? Are you happy, happy, joy, joy? Do you feel yourself start to contract inside? If you're feeling yourself contract right now, where is that contraction happening? If it's happening in the hips and around the root chakra, around survival, your money frequency is attached to your ability to survive in life. So as Rebecca is saying, what really comes up for her around the money frequency is frustration. So Javanti saying, yeah, I start to contract a little bit. So, yeah, I appreciate you just really tuning in, because the more we can bring how we feel around money to a higher frequency of consciousness. So, we have a lot of unconsciousness around money. So, I am going to be talking about that frequency of money. I'm going to be talking about it probably in a little different way than maybe you have heard it before. So, Don is saying when it comes to financial frequency, Don feels fortunate. So, Kathleen saying the heart chakra area starts to get activated. Nancy Murray saying, I love being able to pay my bills as soon as they come in. So I can feel, Nancy, some gratitude around that. Donna in Florida is talking about her third chakra just kind of blew open, and that's about power and money. When she just tuned in, someone else saying there's a tightness in the gut. So that's very, very common. In the root chakra, that is about, I'm looking at Donna Duff who's saying, money, energy, movement. So I really love that. But the root chakra, if your hips are hurting right now, you feel a spasm there, you've got some attachments of survival to money. Most people do. We call it money insecurities. I am here to tell you, in all these years that I've been working with people around money issues, they can have millions or billions of dollars, and they can have $5 in their checking account, and everybody has money insecurities. And you can't even imagine someone who's a millionaire who has money insecurities. But money frequency is about flow. So if you're hanging on to it and not putting it back in the flow, that's considered insecurities. When you get it in the gut, so your gut is your third chakra. Third chakra is that spiritual information about power, boundaries, self-esteem, and being able to illuminate your light throughout all aspects of your life. Many people, if they have money insecurities and everything's attached to money, if you're losing money, your self-esteem can go down with it if it's attached to your self-esteem. Because how many of you, when you do have an abundance of money, all of a sudden you're happy, happy, joy, joy. So it's like you have far too much attachment of money frequency to your self-esteem. So how you feel about yourself is how much money you have in the bank. So there's a lot of things here to talk about. So as Jasmine's saying, I'm grateful that I have enough now, but I have fear about stability in the future. And I will tell you, we've got big money stuff coming up in astrologists that are talking. They're talking all kinds about banking and stock market and all that stuff. And yeah, a lot of people are feeling quite worried about money right now. Jackie's saying she loves the word of insecurity. I love that, Eric. So Eric's saying there's a sense of entitlement around money. Exactly. Like if I have money, that means I'm worthy of money. If I'm receiving money, then yeah, my value is attached to self-worth. If you don't have money, then it's like, I'm not worthy of money. And sometimes people can make a lot of money, but if you've got that programming about worthiness and you're not worthy enough to have an abundance of money, your cars break down, the water heater in the house breaks down, business goes bankrupt, like crazy things can happen because of the frequency and the energy blocks around money. So, all right. Let's get started here. I have my little special, I'll just show you, my little Bigfoot mug, because one of my friends invited me to join a Bigfoot page yesterday, and I was reading some of the comments of people who tell stories about Bigfoot. So I thought this morning I would use my Bigfoot mug. All right, so exploring money as a frequency, a pure energy, is really needed right now. It's pure, uncut energy. Why? Because how we define money and its meaning in our life is undergoing a lot of changes right now. You just might want to view your own money issues and concepts from this more expanded spiritual perspective. We are going to do a meditation at the end to bring in that pure, uncut, beautiful, gorgeous, sexy flow of money. We're going to bring that through and start to melt away some of the frequencies that are not in alignment with pure flow. All right, so hang in till the end. Money is a loaded topic. It can trigger even the most even-keeled person. The frequency of money, I said, is pure, clean, clear. It wants to be in the flow. Spirit keeps telling me money is about movement. It's about movement. It's about coming in and moving out. So there's a lot about movement. It moves you as a spiritual being. However, when you have layers upon layers of programming around money, it creates layers upon layers of filters that money has to flow through that can clog the receiving pipes. So let's just imagine that this money flow, pure, clean, clear money flow frequency comes through you, but you've got these just layers and layers of filters, and it just can't make it all the way through to move on out. Then it kind of gets backed up, it gets clogged. So I'm going to kind of say a few things about money that you may have heard. And if you have any of your own kind of quotes that you've heard about money, please post it in the comment section and I will try to share the ones that you have as well. So how about the term, it's an English proverb, money is power. Money is power. How about this one? Money is the root of all evil. Money talks. How many have heard that? Money talks. So what does that mean? If you don't have money, you can't talk? You see what I'm saying? These are programming things. Let's see, shrouds. I love this one. It's an old English proverb as well. Shrouds have no pockets. I actually had to look up to see what that meant. Shrouds have no pockets. So what it means is when you die, you can't take your money with you. You're not going to be able to take it on the other side. I love that. We've all heard this. Time is money. Time is money. You cannot serve God and money at the same time. Now, generally used, what this means is that wealth is regarded as an evil influence. So you cannot serve God and money at the same time. Cash is king. Oh my gosh. I think about that every time I pay cash. It's like it's an extra little bonus if you pay someone cash. It's an extra little bonus. Cash is king. Bad money drives out good money. I've heard that one before. Again, never knew what it meant. So what is Leanne saying here? Money accumulates like a trickle in, goes in big chunks with the price of things these days. Yep, that's true. Time is money. Yep. Javante said, I really felt that when you said it. So it said here, money, it talks about bad money and good money. So money having a low intrinsic value, and then money, what is it? And good money has a higher intrinsic value. Energy wise, money's a frequency. It's not high, it's not low. It's just a frequency. Oh, how about this one? The best things in life are for free. How many of you, when you haven't had money, you say that? Best things in life are for free. Oh, I love this one too. If you cannot pay, then go ahead and pray. If you can't pay, then go ahead and pray. All right. Money. Oh, this is a good one. Money can't buy happiness. Money can't buy happiness. Oh my gosh, Jackie, that I was trying to remember that this morning. So thank you so much for posting that. It's easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than a rich man is able to enter heaven. Whew, that's a good one. I love this one. Money's like seawater. The more you drink, the thirstier you become. And so there's these program messages not to want money, because if you want money and you want to receive money, then you're just focused on money. And so they say, don't even want money. And so almost like that has a higher value to not want money. And money isn't everything. So all of those types of statements are meant to keep us in a state of not desiring to have money. And if you think about the hundreds and thousands of years where, the kingdoms or the governments, it's like taxing, taxing, taxing. It's like, well, I'm going to tax you on this, I'm going to tax you on that. And it's like, but you can't want money, but we need money to buy the things that you need, but you don't know that you need them yet. So anyway. So Don's saying, does the frequency of money coming to you depend on how much you have earned it? Well, that's more programming. Do you deserve to have the money that you earned? Did you earn it, or did someone give it to you? Oh my gosh, that's another one. Thank you, Don. How many of us, like, when we talk about millionaires and billionaires, it's like, well, they inherited it, so they're not like really wealthy. Okay, I'm going to keep going. So money filters. So this is where your paper and pen comes in. So to know this, you will want to view your own money issues from the lens of your mother. So right now, what did you learn about money from your mother? What did you learn about money from your mother? How about easy come, easy go? Easy come, easy go. What did you learn about money? What would be a phrase? What would be a word that your mother would say about money? How about your father? What comes up for you around your father, and how your father viewed through his lens about money? Yeah, scarcity, powerless, survival, spend it as fast as it comes in. So these are the things that you are programmed with from your mother and your father. You will also want to view your money frequency flow from the lens of your paternal and maternal grandparents. So I had a grandmother who lived through the Great Depression. So everything that she thought about, she thought about through that lens of the Great Depression. So she really hung on to things, every little kind of tiny thing. So what kind of programming did you receive from your grandparents, your maternal and paternal? Now look at the views of money from your spouse. From your spouse. Yeah, I love that. Taza saying, never enough from mom, always be thrifty from dad. Save for a rainy day. Oh my gosh, I love this, Jackie. Mom, we can't afford it. Dad, that's not for people like us. Fantastic. Okay, how about your spouse's views on money? So you can be really, open about it, but how's your spouse? Maybe your spouse wants to hang on to things, or maybe your spouse spends a lot of money and thinks you're too frugal about money. So what are those things? How about when you went to school? What was your programming around money when you went to school? For those of you who got business degrees and things like that, what were you taught about banking and the stock market and all those things? Are going to add filters. So let's say just what we've talked about right now, we've already added 8 filters between year, frequency, and money, and your ability to bring in the frequency of money. You already have all these filters. How about past lives, ancestral patterns around money? How about all the programs that teach you about abundance and creative flow? Do you all remember the program, The Secret, the book, The Secret, and the show of The Secret? And they were teaching you how to have abundance of money and how to imagine in your imagination, like if you want a car, it's like go test drive that car, sit in the car, see yourself with the car. And it's like people would just do this every single day and then they still wouldn't get the car. So they didn't think it worked. But if you have filters from your mother, father, grandmothers, grandfathers, ancestors, past lives, school, whatever, you're going to have to work really hard about bringing that through if it's got to crawl its way through all of your filters. Yep, like Nancy's saying, invest, like all, that was the programming that she got from school, was to always invest your money. So now let's take it another step further. When Spirit was having me write all this stuff down, I was like, oh my gosh. How about the layers of programming that you receive from credit card companies? How come credit card companies get to make you sign a 50-page document about all the rules and regulations? I'm exaggerating maybe about the 50-page document, but the credit card companies get to make all these rules and regulations. And if you want that credit card, you've got to sign that form saying you will abide by the rules. And then all of a sudden, all these people had huge credit card debt with like 25%, surcharges on your debt. So, the government starts to step in, is trying to regulate credit cards. So anyway, what kind of programming did you get around credit card debt? Now, how about your credit score? How many of you are programmed by your credit score? If you have a credit score of 300, you're a bad person. If you have a credit score of 840, you're a good person. Who made up these rules? Yes, like Nancy's saying, Nancy, you've got a million of them. I'm Nancy Murray. She's like, qualify for low interest credit cards. Right. Do you know that when my husband and I split and I needed to get another car, and so I go in to get this used car. Did you know that they put me like at the 16% debt for a car loan? I was a registered nurse who had a good income, who had good credit, but I was still charged like at 16%. Why? Because I was a single woman. So I was considered higher loan risk. So who gets to make those rules? What bank gets to make those rules? They make those rules. So anyway, these are just more filters. I'm just trying to give you an idea. How about banks, retirement accounts, house loans, same thing. Do you remember signing pages upon pages of documents that lay out all the rules, regulations, laws of what you can and can't do with all your own money? Okay. How about student loans? Who wrote the rules on that one? They made a load of money and continue to make a load of money. Now, are you getting appropriately triggered? Are you getting appropriately triggered by everything that I'm saying? It's like, yeah, these are energetic filters. That's all they are. They're energetic filters that can block the flow of this beautiful frequency of financial freedom. So I love it. Donna's saying, as a kid, when I would ask my parents for money, the response was, do you think money grows on trees? Oh my gosh. That's awesome. Okay. So, all right, let's see. How about student loans? Oh my God. We have this meditation that we want to do, so I'm not going to talk. We talk about being held by hostage. I said getting triggered. Then you want to also look at what you're learning from the frequency of money. The filters are sticky, slow, thick energy that builds up around money and the flow of money. So again, the money structure, past lives, or when I talk about, 1,000 years ago and kingdoms and different countries that would tax, the poor and put it in the pockets of the wealthy. So let's just get back into the flow. So what spirit is telling me, what the spirit world is saying, is over the next 10 years, your concepts, the flow of money, of the frequency of money, is going to be enhanced, and the programming of money, the structure of money, is going to break down. We've got the summer solstice coming up, and I just keep hearing huge structural breakdowns, and money is one of them. You're going to be breaking down all of this programming filters that you have around money, so this greater flow of the frequency of purity of money can come through. But this is really interesting. When I was working with that pure frequency, it felt like healing energy to me. It was like, how can money feel like very similar vibration frequency to healing, healing energy? I didn't have a chance to do a deep dive with that because it just kind of came to me this morning. But I encourage you all to kind of get a sense about how pure money frequency feels to you. So we're going to do a meditation. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and ground and start releasing. Oh my gosh, you guys, we could write a book by all your comments. These are so awesome. I'm going to have to go back and read them. So we're going to ground so you can start to release all the old patterns from your family, from your programming, from these. I'm looking at my piece of paper about the little quotes around money. I mean, they come from hundreds of years back, and we are still influenced by those. Or how about to be a good religious person? You can't want for anything. You can't desire. You have to take a vow of poverty. So there's a lot here. So we're going to ground and we're going to release all the old filters around money. We're going to start, and then we're going to bring in this pure, crystal clear, uncut, gorgeous, sexy, beautiful money frequency, and we're going to let it flow through our body. But let me just talk about the difference between abundance and money frequency. So abundance frequency, when you say, I want abundance, and often in the spiritual communities, we are trained to not want money or not desire money, because as a healer, you're supposed to be, walking the world, helping to heal people without any financial, anything financial coming back at you. And so we'll ask for abundance instead. And so abundance is, it's like, yeah, somebody said, here, let me buy you a cup of coffee. That's abundance. Let me take you out to dinner. That's abundance. Let me take you shopping. That's abundance. The neighbor coming and saying, hey, I had all these roses and I just cut you a bunch of roses for your house. That's abundance. So it's okay. And I want you to kind of look at those things. It's okay to ask, let the flow of money frequency come through, because it's a moving energy. That's all. Don't label it. It's a moving. It moves you from one place to another. So we're going to let that come through and dissolve the blocks and the filters. Okay. And Rochelle Graham, it's like vows of poverty in past lives, or living a life as a monk who has to let go of worldly attachments. Yep, good stuff. Let's let it all go. Okay, go ahead and close your eyes and turn within and feel the excitement of your spirit, because your spirit is always bringing all this abundance and this money to your door. But because of the programming, it can't get through the fortress of beliefs. So ask your body to be willing to let go of the programming and feel into the excitement that your spirit has for you getting this information and starting to move out the blocks to money frequency. Everything that we teach in Intuitive Mind always begins with grounding. Everything begins with grounding. So go ahead and imagine a source of grounding to help connect your energy field to the energy field of the core of the earth. So you can use a tree with a great root system. You can imagine crystals grounding you to the center of the earth, or a waterfall or rainbow. It could be elephants, silk cloths. It could be money coins. Coins, golden coins of money can be your grounding. BC Roxy on YouTube, grounding with $1,000 bills. Rebecca is grounding with a pack of sled dogs. So it can be anything. And then go ahead and imagine that grounding going through the seat of the chair, through the floor of the room in the basement where you are, through the Earth's crust, which is about 2 miles thick, by the way. And then allow gravity to just pull that playful, imaginary image of grounding all the way down through all the layers of the earth, all the abundant layers of the earth, until you get to the core, and there's a large metal ball in the middle. I call it the magnetic core. And go ahead and come up with that another image to help wrap your grounding around the magnetic core. And then we're going to take just about 30 seconds of quiet as you start letting go of your mother, father programming, maybe school programming, grandparent programming, spousal programming, past life stuff, whatever it is. Just start dumping it down your grounding for the next 30 seconds. Now set your intention that earth energy and the form earth energy at a money frequency, a pure, clean, clear money frequency is going to come up through the earth. It's going to come up through your feet, your ankles, your lower legs, your knees, your upper legs, your hips, and let it pour into your pelvis, that clean, clear, fresh money frequency. As it dissolves out of your legs, let's consider walking in money insecurities or walking in poverty, not being able to move forward with money. And so just let that pure frequency, see what the color is, pure frequency of money, earth energy to flow up through your legs, into your pelvis, back down your grounding again, dissolving filters and blocks and programming. to that pure, crystal clear flow of money. In your pelvis and your second chakra are located below the navel there. It's about, the root chakra is about survival, being able to not just survive but thrive. And then the second chakra below the navel is where your creative capacity or emotional attachments to money are located. So really let that beautiful, clear money frequency flow through that lower pelvic area, dissolving. Let it just swirl around, melt away, and dissolve any programming filters that you have around manifesting money, having a clean, clear emotional relationship with money, a clean, clear survival relationship with money. As it dissolves, let it flow down your grounding. All right, just know that you can always come back to that. Now, let's bring from the, from the high frequency dimensions, from the cosmos, just ask for the frequency of money, the pure frequency of money, come all the way down as a cosmic energy to flow into the room where you are, and then allow it to flow through the top of your aura. Allow it to flow all the way down through your body. Slowly identify it as a color or a sound, and set your intention that as this purity of money frequency flows through your energy field, your body, your chakras, it's going to start dissolving any of these program filters that you've adopted. Soak it in like a sponge, let it melt away the blocks, send the blocks residual down your grounding. Present time, present age, your issues around a clean, clear money frequency. So when you say today's date, whatever date you're listening now or the replay, It helps bring all your money issues into money clarity. We're not going to say issues, money clarity into this present moment. You may have been highly programmed in childhood, so remind yourself of how old you are so that you can really tap into the full maturity that you have of what you've learned about money clarity as well. So we call it present timing, present aging. How does it feel to allow money clarity to flow through you? How does it feel? What's the experience like for money clarity to flow through you? Nice, nice. All right, go ahead and thank your body, thank your spirit, thank the frequency of money clarity. And whenever you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes and kind of stretch your body, and so your body can start to integrate money clarity. So I'm just going to wrap up. I would love to read your experiences after we end the broadcast. But what Spirit is explaining is that, yes, our banking systems are going to go through changes. Our credit card companies are going to go through changes. The stock, how we invest and all that stuff all of that's going to go through changes. But Spirit was telling me we've got it a little bit backwards, that we think the banks are going to change and then therefore we have to change. But what Spirit was telling me over the next 10 years, as you all come into greater money clarity, and then you can read those 50 pages of the credit card thing and say, hey, this is not cool. They're going to have to change in response to your clarity. It's like, I'm not dumbed down anymore. I'm seeing with money clarity with my eyes wide open. And then the systems are going to have to change in response. Remember, we've moved from that Capricorn structure. We're moving to Aquarian freedom. We're moving out of that top-down authority to the bottom-up authority. So anyway, lots and lots and lots and lots of good things this morning. So just want to let you know, we are having the summer solstice coming up. It's coming up so fast, it makes my head spin. So please join me during the summer solstice for the group reading. Loved having you all on today. And please share this replay with everybody that you know. And please put in the comment section what your experience was like with pure, uncut, crystal clear money frequency. All right, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.